Smaction.
You want some smaction?
Holding the girl. What's up, guys? I'm Tori.
And I'm Loren. And we're back for another one, still wondering. Does
anybody care? And if you do, we thank you. And if you don't, keep scrolling.
I know we've already spoken about ghosts a little bit on this show, but I have a different ghost in mind.
Oh my God.
Have you ever been ghosted or ghosted somebody?
Okay. So, ghosted, like, are we counting Hinge?
Have you ever met up in person?
Okay.
I think Hinge
Honestly,
doesn't count if it's like you just matched, you had a couple like exchanges and then it doesn't work out. In my head, that's not really a thing. But if you've like spent time with somebody, invested like energy into somebody and then completely just like went silent, that's what I would consider ghosting.
I almost kind of even consider like for Hinge, just hanging out one time is like not really real, because that's like the pre, like to where if you met someone in the wild, that would be like the pre-date.
Yeah.
So
and I think if you mutually don't reach out, that's kind of just like a signal, okay, we both weren't really feeling it and we don't necessarily need to communicate that. I
actually don't think I've ever been ghosted. I did partially ghost someone one time. It was when I lived in Chicago. You remember him. In my defense, it's actually the most down bad I've ever been in my life.
Just like on a personal level.
So that happened and we were like talking, and then COVID happened and I moved home and I just like never responded to him because I was spiraling in so many different ways.
Yeah.
And that was in like March. But I did reach out to him in June and was like, hey, I'm really sorry about that. Like, that was fucked up on my part. Just so you know, I was
not
super close to ending it all. Like, just please know, like, it had nothing to do with you at all. Like, I basically tried to ghost myself too. It's cool.
Bruh.
Not because it's not true, because it's not
it didn't happen
now.
Yeah. I mean, and this is obviously like a topic for another time, but like I have so much like respect for you for like getting through that, even to a point where you can talk about it now and like
for sure.
Obviously joke about it. That's how we like deal with shit. To get to that point, it shows that you've done a lot of like healing and growth.
For sure, yeah.
But as your fucking best friend, even just hearing like the jokes about it, there is a part inside of me that dies and is just like high alert every time. I'm like,
I know. It would never get that deep now,
and that's why I'm like, I'm fine with it. But like, just know, it always is like.
That's why I try not to do it too much. But I feel like it is like a weird, like, it's like I don't know. Obviously, it is like I've done a lot of healing on it, but it's also like the weird club of it of like that is like the joke.
Yeah.
It's like I can make that joke because I've been there, you know?
For sure.
Which is super triggering.
I'm part of this community, so I can say it. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah. But yeah, all of that to say, so yeah, like I reached out and I was like, hey, I'm really sorry. Like, that wasn't cool. I hope you're good. Like, this time sucks for everyone. Like, whatever. And we ended on good terms. Like, we still like follow each other. We don't talk at all ever anymore.
Right.
But he did actually reach out to me like a couple years ago, and he was like, I was in Austin this weekend and I almost reached out to you, but I thought you wouldn't like want to hear from me. And I was like,
then why even reach out now when we actually can't see each other? Like, just leave it alone.
I was
know what I mean?
I was like, respectfully,
you're right.
Yeah.
Respectfully, you called it, brother.
I would have like probably like met him for coffee maybe, but like just to catch up, because like he did music and like we were both very like into our own arts and like careers we were chasing. That was like our main connection.
Yeah.
And he did write a song about me. I'm pretty sure that's about me.
Pretty sure, bitch, we know. It's 100% about you.
It's a banger. Shout out to him. But he wrote that in the era when I ghosted him, so I'm definitely the villain in the story. But it is a great song. He was a great musician.
That's such a like life accomplishment. Life accomplishment. You have a song written about you
I'm
in a villain era. Yeah. I bet you once you reached out and like apologized and stuff, he was like, shit, should I take that song down? Like, look.
Well, honestly, like he was such a nice person that even still, like,
it wasn't
the way he refers to me in that song is just like I hurt his feelings because I ghosted him, and I was like, yeah, it's super valid.
Damn, dude.
Yeah.
But all that to say, like, I think takes such a special person to be able to realize, okay, I shouldn't have like done this to this person that I like spent time with, whatever. And then you actually reached out and like acknowledged it.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that can be the hardest part from being on the like receiving end of being ghosted, is just like, and I know closure isn't for the other person, like it's for you. You're the one that has to give yourself that. Yeah. But like it does give you a sense of like closure that you wouldn't.
It wasn't
necessarily
you or
get.
Like whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, in your case, it was like I think on his side, best case scenario, because it genuinely was nothing on him. Like you were just dealing with your own battles and like your own demons.
Myself at that point. Yeah.
So it's like the most understandable thing for that. You know.
Yeah, for sure. And like, for me, just like reaching out to him, it was like after I had like, you know, finally come up for air and like been breathing for a minute, and I was like, that's not cool. I wouldn't like if that happened to me, and that's just not like karma I want out in the world. Fair. If I can correct where I fucked up, I always want to be able to. Yeah. And so he again was such a nice person that he didn't deserve that.
Right.
And so, and like we weren't dating, like we had definitely been on a few dates, but we were not like it wasn't like I ghosted my boyfriend.
It typically
has that
isn't
ever
like
happened?
that.
Do people do that?
You guys were like dating, but you weren't like officially boyfriend.
Yeah.
You weren't exclusive even, I'm sure.
Yeah, we were dating, but we weren't going steady, if you will.
Okay, fucking golden girl.
This is the sign for that, by the way. I'll never forget it. We learned it going steady.
You are going steady on something.
I knew your dirty ass would have something for that.
Who wouldn't think of that?
Who's doing this?
You remember those shake weights?
Yeah. Right by your mouth is crazy.
Put this on the internet, Mom.
Oh man.
No, my just such a sidebar, but my cheer coach in high school for some reason had that and like brought it to practice one day, and you can only imagine the debauchery that happened from that.
Who would bring that to a group of high schoolers? That's crazy.
Oh no, we went off. That cheer coach was the shit. Shout out April, love you.
Yeah. She younger?
Yeah, definitely younger. Yeah. She actually cheered on that team when she was in high school.
Cool.
A few short years before she became the captain or the coach, whatever. Yeah,
so. The captain of all captains.
Yeah, literally. Captain for life.
No, I definitely remember, like, we had a friend who had one, and it was like...
Literally. Also, how is that a workout?
No, what's he doing? Like, what
Talk
are we
about
doing?
getting muscle memory for something specific, bro. I know it's not to get your muscles going.
Yeah. Going back to the ghosting of it all, what about you? Both.
Well, I have never ghosted anybody.
Yeah.
I feel like it's been hard for me in some instances, because it can be hard for me to just be like honest with somebody when I feel like I might hurt their feelings, or like we're not on the same page with something, whatever. But I feel like, especially when I know, like, bruh,
you're ruining it. Don't make me make you get up.
Look at him. He's such a sassy boy. It's okay.
Ben, just close your eyes and go back to
enjoy this luscious seat that you have.
Go back.
Men would pay millions of dollars for this seat. Literally. Actually, you want to start an OF for just this?
So, going back to you, have you ever been ghosted and ghosted?
Okay, so I've never ghosted somebody. I feel like, I don't know. For me, it can be very hard for me to be open and honest with someone when I'm not feeling it, because like it's just hard for me to like bring up that up to the person when I feel like I might hurt their feelings, or like, you know, it can be very uncomfortable for me.
It's not an easy conversation to have.
It's not.
Yeah, because what it's being said is I don't like you, and no matter what where the severity of that I don't like you is, you know, so it's not an easy combo to have.
Exactly. But on the other side of that, it's like, this is what dating is.
Exactly.
Not like most people aren't for you.
Exactly.
And like being a grown adult, I feel like it's easier to internalize and understand that is like, it's not against me as a person necessarily. Like we just don't vibe in that way.
Exactly.
Which it can be hard if the other person does think you are vibing and like the other person doesn't. Obviously, I think that's where like the hardest part comes into it. But going back to kind of like what you said, it's more of just being like empathic to being able to understand their feelings and how they might like be on their end.
Yeah.
And just being like, I think blunt and direct and honest with how you're feeling. Makes the situation so much easier to just be like, okay, heard, understood. Now I can like cut this off and move on.
It's
you
like
know what I mean?
It's like so much cleaner to just literally like
on both ends. Like
I would rather if I went out with somebody who wasn't feeling it, was just like, hey, respect, not into it. I would have so much more respect for that person than if they like ghosted me or like pussyfooted around and did like canceled and then kept canceling and pushed it back, replied to me every 2 weeks. I'm like, now I think of you less and less and less and less and less. Hey, why don't...
He's trying to ghost me right now. That's so rude.
Physical ghosting action. At least he said something on his way out.
Respect, brother.
Oh, you're gonna give this a try?
No, yeah. So I've never personally ghosted somebody, but I have been ghosted actually like a few times.
Damn.
And yeah. So the first time that I was like really ghosted and it fucking like it hurted.
Yeah.
Was back in my era when I was like on Bumble and just like on the dating apps more. And this was after like a really serious relationship that I had. So that dating era, when I was with Migos, like all that.
Yeah.
Like,
I remember your like
there was
Bumble
a
era. Yeah.
And that's like, it's not honestly really my personality, but it was just like in a moment of time where I'm like, you know what, like let me just put myself out there and just like casually date.
For sure.
So, so I had ended up meeting this guy off one of the apps during this time. But this guy that I met, like, I actually was really, really into him.
Did I meet him?
No.
Okay.
We actually really only hung out, like, maybe 3 or 4 times.
Okay.
But it definitely was, like, you know, had I got, like, whenever I was going into any of the other relationships with these guys, like, it was casual, start to finish. Both parties knew that, whatever.
Yeah.
But I low-key, like, not caught feelings, but I was like, oh, I actually really like this person more than just like maybe something
it's like
casual.
Pre-catching feelings. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And so like for me, I was like, okay, like maybe this can go somewhere. Like let's like just see what happens kind of thing. And then after, like the 3rd or 4th time that we had like hung out, gone like done all these things, went completely silent. And this is the first time that had like ever happened to me, and it really, really fucked me up mentally to the point where like I texted him a few times, like, and then by the end, the last text was kind of like, hey, like, did I do something? Like, what's up? And just literally never fucking heard from this person again.
That's
yeah.
And like to texting him like a few times, like honestly, if you're gonna ghost somebody, you deserve all of the fucking phone blow up in the world. Like, be like, if you're a woman out there and you got ghosted, be as annoying as you can to that man. Like, make him block your number. Fuck you. Say it with your chest that you don't want to talk to me anymore. I'm gonna blow up your number. Guess what? I just sold your number to fucking scammers. Now tell it a marketer has your numbers. Don't ghost me. This is on record, and I mean it. I will sign you up for every rewards program in the country, and you won't know the passwords to get your points. I'm using your phone number to get free Spotify for a month. I'm using it for everything. So the least you could do is send that man 4 texts to be like, what's up? You should have been meaner. Life lesson, should have been meaner.
You are in your villain era right now, and I'm so here for it. I did not expect that to come out of your mouth at all.
Like, fuck that guy.
No, that's actually, like, if you, Petty 101, sell their fucking number to telemarketers. That's the funniest thing I've ever
thought about that in that moment. But, like, it's true. Like, it's like you're opening yourself up for that territory as the ghoster.
Yeah.
We're fucking free game. If you can't, and that just kind of goes back to the whole respect of it all. Like, now I have so little respect for you that
Guess
spam
what?
calls, these spam calls are crazy. Somehow you got signed up for some questions about health insurance. Let me tell you what, I made that mistake one time and my phone blew up for a year fucking straight. I dare a man to ghost me because I low-key want to do that so bad.
Actually, I have a couple numbers that I can give you right now.
Actually, we should do...
That actually leads me into the second half of this ghosting era.
Yeah.
So, like, for me, I feel like that's the one that I just explained is, like, really the biggest ghost that, like, really fucked me up.
Yeah.
Like, impacted me.
Yeah. Impacted.
I'm sure, like, there's been a couple others here and there, but it was more just, like, whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You were really, like,
so I can't really remember it. Yeah.
Like, the hopefulness of it all in an early relationship is so... I feel like it's so hard to find.
And then it brings in the limerence of it too, where it's like, obviously that's work at my own ends, but yeah. But okay, so the reason I'm bringing this up in the first place is because this has happened to me like by two different people very recently, simultaneously. Yeah. And so I'm just like, the karmic cycle that I'm ending right now and like the lesson that the universe is making sure I learned is heard loud and clear, okay?
Hey, universe. Heard
please
bud.
check me off the list. I got it. 10-4, good buddy. Like,
speaking of spam calls, please unsubscribe me.
Unsubscribe immediately, please. Give me a passing grade so I can move on. Thank you.
Yeah.
But yeah, so there's been these two guys that I've been like talking to, and it's just so interesting because one of them like came into my life initially. It was like a new person. And it was very just like very casual. We had like a mutual activity that we're doing together. Yeah. And so it was more just like, you know, there's like a little something here, like, but it was nothing like we were really like pursuing or anything that.
Yeah. It was very organic.
Yeah. And then like, long story short, it kind of got to a point where, you know, there would be like, it just felt like breadcrumbing, honestly. Yeah. So, like, there would be very little communication, and then all of a sudden there would be a lot. And then there would be, like, nothing, and then it would, like, you know, I would be left on red or, like, something like that if there was, like, a text exchange. And then the next time we hung out, it would just be, like, nonchalant, like, oh, that was nothing, like, da-da-da, whatever.
Yeah.
So, long story short, we finally get to a point where, like, I was like, okay, we both agreed that we wanted to maybe, like, give it a chance and just kind of see, like, what happened. And I was like, okay, here's a day that I'm free to hang out.
Yeah.
Do with that information what you will. Yeah. Like, I'm putting myself out there, I'm like meeting you halfway, now meet me the other half kind of thing. Yeah, and so like I send him the day. There was like a small text exchange after that. It acknowledged like he knew what was up.
Yeah.
And then multiple days go by. And then the day comes where I said that I was free to hang out and just no communication. Disgusting. Zero, like nothing, no plan was made, nothing. And then I see this person at our like mutual activity and he acts like everything's
like
fine.
You had a problem. Like the way he said that to you, like, like, oh, what could possibly be her problem? Like just.
It's so crazy, like, maybe in a passive version of myself, I would have been like, am I the problem? Like, what is happening? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it felt like gaslighty.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely. It's like almost textbook. Because even his response when you were like, this is my free day. And he was like, am I dreaming?
Yeah.
Like, he was so excited. And then to not, I'd be like, bitch, am I?
Am I in a nightmare?
Oh, literally, somebody wake me up. What's going on? Yeah.
So, like, I don't know if I necessarily count that as a ghosting per se, but definitely, like, not following through with shit and just, like, the breadcrumbing of it all is really what it feels like.
Ghosting because like if y'all didn't have this shared activity,
no, we would never
have never heard from him again.
Never.
Yeah.
And shit, I might not.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Just weird. It's just weird behavior.
It's gross for a grown man. Like, be for real.
Yeah.
Like you can't even fall back on your frontal lobe not being fully formed.
Like, you know that's my North Star.
Literally, that's my North Star of adulthood.
And we're like at the age now where that's never gonna be able to be said again.
No, we're like too far past. We're pretty developed
way
at
far
this point.
past.
We're developed.
Yeah.
Like,
so that's that one. And that one definitely sucked, but it was like, I honestly, like, there were already red flags there that I didn't really think I was going to be able to, like, get through anyway. Like, it was me doing, like, a shot in the dark, being like, let me just give it a chance. Like, there is a little spark there. So, like, whatever. At the end of the day, I'm really not that, like, butthurt about it or anything. Yeah. But the other one that happened recently that did have me honestly upset, like, actually upset, was somebody that I had, like, kind of, like, dated very casually back in the day, came back and, like, reached out to me again, came back into my life, like, pursued me basically to be like, hey, let's reconnect, like, whatever, let's hang out. And so it was one of those situations where it was like, everything was going really, really good up front. Like, communication was there. We hung out consistently. We went to, like, a concert together. It was really fun, whatever. And then all of a sudden, things just started, like, the conversations just started to get really sporadic. I never even saw him after the concert. Isn't that crazy? That was the last time y'all had seen each other? That was the last time we hung out.
That's crazy.
And then kind of like what you were saying before, where, like, the communication just started getting, like, really sporadic. And then it would be like, hey, what day are you free to hang out? And then I would respond, I'm free this day. And I literally got ghosted twice by this guy. Yeah. So that's what had happened. I told him what day I was free. Didn't hear from him for over a week. And this first time, it had me fucked up because I was like, damn, the energy change on this was crazy. It was literally a 360 from, like, where we were to, like, now zero communication and just leaving me on red. Yeah. But yet you're still looking at my Instagram stories every fucking single day.
So high school.
That's so weird to me. If you do that, that's creepy, weird shit. Stop it.
It's very like, I just can't.
You're keeping tabs on me, but yet you don't want to, like, communicate with, like, you can't even look at our text and be like, oh, I guess I didn't text her back, if that's a real excuse.
And to go, like, off of that, like, the first time he ghosted you and this time he came back in your life, like, you, to show your growth, called him.
Exactly. So I reached out to him because I was so confused by this
Not
change
even a text, a call.
No, like, I called him. And it was so weird because when we talked, like, I genuinely did feel like, because he was going through, like, a few things in his own life, whatever, kind of like, you know, not like depression or anything, but, like, he was going through shit on his own side. So it's like, we got to give grace. Like, absolutely. And I understand that. Yeah. And and that is on my growth. Like, I can hold space because the old version of me, the second there was a switch up, you're cut off immediately and I'm never going to think about you again. Yeah. That's a Sagittarius in me. Like, you're dead to me kind of thing. Boy. Which sometimes that's valid, but I feel like it's okay to, like, lend yourself to people being human and, like, you know, things happen, whatever. I want to hear your piece on it, you know?
To start with grace and get, like, always lead with grace and give them that space to allow them to, like, explain themselves. I think it's just super healthy.
Exactly. Yeah. And so, like, when we had that conversation, it was like, basically, you know, the perception was that I ghosted because they never went back and looked at their text, apparently, between the two of us and noticed they didn't text me back.
Which is
and the moment I bought it, because I even got a screenshot that showed half of a text was sent and then never, like, was being, like, written out and then never sent. You know what I mean? So, like, I'm like, okay, whatever. I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. It was immediately after he picked up the phone.
But to that, like, almost, because his whole point was he thought you ghosted. So if he had sent out that text but never sent, or if he had typed that text but never sent it, you telling me he just forgot that he's typed?
And that's the part that I'm like, I just don't believe that anyone who's expecting communication from another person and is like, hey, I haven't heard back from this person, wouldn't go back to the last communication that you had with them via text. Like, how do you not, and if you really were thinking, like, upset, thinking that you had been ghosted, what person on this living earth wouldn't open up their text message and look at it?
No,
like, I just don't understand the mentality behind that. And, like, hey, again, to give you grace, if that really is the truth, that's weird behavior. Yeah. Like, whatever.
You need to get your shit figured out.
whatever.
Yeah.
So all that to say, at the end of this phone conversation, I felt like, you know, there was repair there. We had agreed that we're going to like move forward.
Yeah.
We wanted to see each other again, whatever. So I get a text a couple days later. Hey, I'm going to be out of town for the rest of the week. Let's try to plan something early next week, right? And I respond, this is the day that I'm free. Get ghosted again. To this day. Never heard from him again. And
But you can guarantee he's watched every single one of her stories.
well, he did. But I actually, this is
Yeah.
news to you, I deleted him yesterday.
Oh, did you finally? Good.
Yeah,
you told
because
me you muted, but
I
yeah,
did. I
good.
muted his
Yeah.
stuff because I'm just like, I don't need to see that. Like, whatever. I like now it's time for me to forget and move on.
sure.
So like, I don't need to be constantly reminded of like the shit that you're doing.
Yeah.
And then I was like, and then I was thinking just like, I feel weird somebody just looking at like creeping on my life like
sure.
that.
Yeah,
if
yeah,
you
yeah.
can't even like
You don't get access
respond
to
to
it
me.
if you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was just like, what's the point of this?
For
So,
sure.
yeah, I deleted him.
Dude, good for you. Because it's just weird. You don't get to keep up with tabs on me at that point. You don't need to know what I'm doing. You don't need to just look at my funny memes. Like, I don't want to make you laugh. Get out of here.
Exactly.
Yeah, you chose
You don't get
not
to be part of my life if you don't want to be part of my life.
Exactly. Like,
It's that simple.
Like, you know, like, kind of like you were saying, like, how you just decided to, like, delete him yesterday. It's like, once you gave him that grace, that, like, the first time you gave him that grace, you had that conversation, twice is a pattern now.
No, yeah.
Like once is forgiveness, twice is a pattern. And that, like, enough. What are we doing here? Cut it off like you did, which is
exactly.
I think great. And again, just not to say it for the 100th time, take a shot. A testament to your growth. Like,
yeah.
on that, because it is like, I know for me in that situation, then I would become like weirdly the limerence obsessiveness of it all in my like, where my anxious avoidant attachment style comes in is then I'm on your shit and I'm looking, and now it's not healthy.
Trust me, I slipped into that a bit.
Yeah,
like especially on the first ghosting.
Yeah.
And that's how I know it is a test that like from the universe, whatever, that I have learned these lessons and that like I do have the tools now to work past it, because I did slip into that at first and it was fucking me up. I was getting obsessive. I'm like, what the fuck, you know?
Yeah.
And then I was able to like realize that behavior in myself. I now have a name for it, like anxious attachment. Like I see that was very much triggered in this situation.
Yeah.
And I see like that pattern that I have like done in the past, how it was playing out now. And now I actually have the tools to like recognize it and kind of like switch that mentality and to kind of like self-soothe, because I know how to like internally talk myself down and be like, okay, this is what's happening. I have the tools to kind of like work through and past this. Yeah. And honestly, like, because I was able to identify it and work through it in that first like stint of it, that's actually why I was able to call him and reach out and like have that conversation from a place more of understanding. Yeah. Because previously that's another reason why I would just be really quick to just cut someone off, because I don't want to now feel these like hurtful feelings of the anxious like attachment that come through with it. So I'm like, I would rather just be numb to this and cut it off and walk away and be done than like sit with my feelings, work through them, and like potentially communicate with that other person and kind of like, you know, see what's happening on their end. So all that to say, like, yeah, it obviously fucking sucked. Like, I really did like this person, and I haven't really connected with somebody like that in a long time. So I was like hopeful for it. But I definitely think that because it so randomly like came back into my life, because it simultaneously happened with like this other situation as well, like very much just a test to like really check in with myself and be like, okay, here's all the things that you learned in these last couple years from like this breakup that you had. Like, now let's test this shit and see if you're ready for potentially something else like serious to come into your life. Exactly. And so like I'm definitely just trying to stay more like on the positive mentality of it, and like I do feel grateful for the way that I was able to like respond to everything.
1,000%. Yeah.
So yeah, all that to say, like, it worked out, I guess. Exactly. You know? Yeah.
Peace off. Thank you for your time.
Peace off.
Wish you nothing but the best.
Yeah. Thanks for the concert.
Over there. Yeah.
Yeah. Or wherever. I don't really care as long as it's not right here.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, wherever over there means to you.
Yeah.
It's not here.
Couldn't be.
And that's to
here.
the cat, of course.
Yeah.